Okie dokie Neds, welcome to another vintage video. Today we're playing some CounterVine. I've had this genius idea, and we're going to check if it's genius, just to jam 4 Echoing Deeps into the main deck. So 3 Subtleties, 2 Furies, everything else is pretty normal. 0 Mindbreak Traps in the main, we've got 2 of those post board, alongside a Caracas and a 4th Subtlety, and the 4 Furies. 0 Vigor's main deck, and a slight bit of disrespect to Dredge there. There's only 14 cards there. Oh, there's another Mindbreak Trap. That's cool. So there's 2 of those, 3 of those total. So yeah, this is gonna be our deck. We're gonna take it for a spin through a league, and try and see if we can reinforce the amount of bazaars we've got. Bit of main deck removal for stuff like Bowmasters, and then the subtleties which I've been impressed with, but cutting 1 for the second Fury basically. So that's gonna be our list. We're gonna go through a league. I've got an opponent. It's Red Hot Phil here, who's currently second on the leaderboard. And this is a mulligan. So we're still powdering, we're still looking for Bazaar to operate and stuff, but just the idea being once we've been wastelanded, we've suddenly got 4 more Bazaars in our deck sort of thing. I'm going to keep one of these Force of Wills in the list. So we powder and we find a Bazaar. So we can keep this. We've got Squee and Powder that we can easily discard here. Opponent's not revealed a Lurrus, which is quite nice. So let's see how we get on. It's quite small. So Powder, Squee, and I just guess just one of these deeps, alright? Yeah. Yeah, and get rid of Echoing Deeps. Why is the cards in play so small? Okay, so we'll pass to the opponent. Wild stuff. Their turn 1, they're also on a Bazaar deck. So let's see what they come with. They're just dredging. They're also on Squee. Okay, so they've got a hollow one. Do you have 2? No. I don't have any Force of Vigors in my deck. I do have this here. Strip Mine though. And I've got a Squee. So a Fury. I don't think I want Fury just yet. I think I want to activate Bazaar, see if I can find some blue cards. I can. So if I come off Squee, how do we do this? We want to fight the Noxious that they play. I want to keep the Echoing Deeps. I want to keep one of these Revivals. So maybe actually the blue card isn't possible, or the Fury isn't possible. Maybe Fury is not possible. So Squee, Fury, Noxious, Strip Mine you, Force of Will, your Noxious Revival. Take 4. And I've got Deeps for your Bazaar or my Bazaar. Maybe I'll just come off the blue cards actually, and just go Strip Mine. I've got infinite Bazaars in my hand. And a Fury. Yeah, I'm going to do that actually. Now we'll strip. The question is going to be whether we want to Noxious something on top of their Bazaar of Baghdad sort of thing, if they Noxious now. They do have the Noxious. Do I want to put something on top of that? Or do I just want to Noxious my own Strip Mine? I think I want to Noxious my own Strip Mine. And see if we can run them out. They replay their Bazaar. They activate again. They've got 2 Squees on the go, which I'm not in love with. And sideboard-wise, when it comes to later games, I've kind of disrespected this as a matchup and just played traps. I've not considered the fact that somebody else would register this deck, you know? They're going to get him for 4. And I'm going to noxious my strip mine. That just gets through quite easily. We've only got 1 Squee on the go. I wouldn't hate to find more. But I'm going to activate Squee. Discard Vengevine. Squee. I'm going to activate Bazaar, discard Vengevine, Squee. Fury, Noxious Deeps. I think I can get rid of the Noxious here because I've got 2 Echoing Deeps and 2 Wastelands. So I'm going to have access to a Bazaar in the future if I want one. We'll kill their Bazaar of Baghdad. See if they found a second Noxious Revival. And then next turn we can look at, they don't have one just yet, but they might have a second Bazaar. Next turn we can try and remove this Hollow One from play, but that may not resolve. They've got a Wasteland, I think that's fine. And it's back to us. In for 4, and I'm just going to pitch the Squee here. Unless I draw a different red card. They're on 7 cards in hand. Which is a lot for us to overcome. I just draw another Bazaar. Let's try and pitch this then. Kill this guy. And then because I like both the cards in my hand, I'm going to play an Echoing Deeps, and I'm going to copy their Bazaar. And that means that I can get Wastelanded and still have a real Bazaar over here that's not like I can have an untapped Bazaar, as in when I want an untapped Bazaar. And that's probably going to be about around the time that I draw a Noxious, or not a Noxious, a Hollow One or a Fury or something. They found another Bazaar, which is annoying. So maybe they had that before, because they played a Wasteland last turn, right? They haven't missed a land drop yet, it's turn 4. They went Bazaar, Bazaar, Waste, Bazaar. And if they reanimate Vengevines here, we're probably in trouble, but they didn't. So 6 cards over that side. But they've got the Squeeze going, which I just do not have. I don't think I've got an activation in me here. I think I've just got Wastelands. So let's kill those, but I just don't think I can activate here. I'm dead to Vengevines as it is. They've got 2, I'm at 4, I'm at 10, so I think we just need to run them out of Bazaars and then go from there. And hope that they don't hit 2 lizards or a lizard and a Hollow One on the way through. Yeah, so no land drops on that side of the table. But they do have 9 cards, so they could still discard lizard here if they've got access to it. Which would be brutal. No, it's just the 2 Squeeze. That's a Vengevine. I'm going to give this an activation because we've got the Bazaar advantage here. I'll discard 2 Vengevines and a Wasteland. And I'll play the second Bazaar, but I won't activate it because I'm quite happy with the Noxious in hand. In case we need another Wasteland, or we need to counter a Bazaar trigger or something like a Vengevine trigger on that side of the table or something. So they go to 9 cards, then 10 cards. No plays. Do we want to flip for Squeeze? I don't think so. I think we can just take a draw step, right? Yeah. They discard 3. And we would have been able to respond there in their cleanup step if they'd put a lizard on the stack. I'm just going to take a draw. Find another Wasteland, so I'm going to filter a bit. Master, Wasteland. No, Master, Noxious. We can play out the Wasteland, and now we can just flip for the memes. Lizard, Wasteland. So I get to play 1 lizard, which I will do, because it's a trump blocker for later. But we've got 2 Squeeze in the bin over there now, so we're kind of cruising if we're able to get get there before they do, sort of thing. They don't have a lot going on. We're just the player currently underneath the life total pressure. So their main phase, they've got a wasteland. They can waste one of my bazaars, but I've already got another one. They go after my wasteland. Okay. That's fine. So they're kind of ensuring that their future bazaar sticks. 2 squeeze, so I'll go up to 3 cards in hand. Activate up to 5 down to 2. So I can still find a hollow one on the second activation, so I should not activate. We're going to take some damage. We're now dead to 2 Vengevines coming back on their side, which is exactly what they've got. So hollow one there, so we'll give this an activation. And we do find a lizard. So I don't actually need to activate here, right? Is there a way I can stack this better? So I can put this trigger on the stack. And then I could activate this bazaar in response. And I've already got 2 bazaars. And that can help me find other Vengevines. So I will do that. We're just discarding bazaar. Sure, bazaar lizard, hollow one. Didn't find another Vengevine. Would have been cool if we did. So we'll cast the green lizard. And now the game's completely flipped. They're going to need something. I've got 3 Vengevines. Oh, there's only 1 Vengevine left. So maybe that was kind of punty. But we do win. So our opponent's deck list is a very hateful deck list. They've got 4 Ravenous Traps and 4 Leyline of the Voids, which we just don't have. So Chalice can go, and I think we just cut the blue cards. Hopefully we're kind of well mapped for this. I didn't really think about it too much. So I'm probably going to be keeping 2 Furies then. Two Force of Wills. Force of Wills or Subtleties, do we think? I guess Force of Wills. Force of Wills means we can get in a battle over their hate pieces and stuff. But yeah, Ravenous Trap isn't very good in this matchup, and I kind of didn't expect to play the mirror match round 1, in 2025. So we've got one of our 2 Force of Wills, which just means our sideboard's built quite poorly, and then they've exiled 7. I'm going to keep this. They kept 7. They didn't have a bazaar, which is not a bazaar, a leyline, which is nice for us. They've got a wasteland. Do I want to waste their wasteland? Not really, when I've got hollow one available. Hmm. 2 Vengevines. So 2 looks at a lizard, really. I'm going to go for it. I'm not too stressed. I've also got 4 Echoing Deeps in my deck, and we're going to double Vengevine them on turn 1. So that's going to be... It's one of those things, right, where this matchup can become a complete crapshoot sort of thing, where it's just you have these lucky openers like we've got here. To win the matchup, you need the Bazaar supremacy sort of thing, which is what our opponent's playing for there. As they've said, I'm not going to expose my Bazaar, I'm going to counter yours. But the problem is the player with the Bazaar is the player who can dump 13 power into play on turn 1. And that's kind of brutal. So, yeah, Bazaar supremacy is the main fight, but you need to also not be dead. So, let's go to round 2. Okay, round 2, we're on the play against Z01_ale, which does sound like the sort of ale they sell in Hackney. We're going to powder away all 4 of our Vengevines. Brutal. And then we're going to mulligan, keep the hollow ones in the deck. There's got to be a limit to what we're willing to do. And then we'll keep this. Opponent's not revealed a Lurrus. They have kept on 7. I think I'm going to discard a Squee to the bottom of our deck. Because I can get onto blue, I can hold an Echoing Deeps, I can discard one of the cards I draw. And I've got some threats. Okay, we'll discard an Echoing Deeps then, I guess. I can't get onto blue, which is a shame. But let's just hope we can race them then. Cast that. You'll go. This all got through quite quickly, so maybe we're up against like a short shop stack or something, or just a deck where they liberally use F6. Mox Jet. Soaring. Just duel then. So getting onto blue will be important. We can Echoing Deeps, making a copy of our Echoing Deeps. If we want to. All that would mean is that it would be a cave in addition to being a cave, and it would come into play tapped, I believe. Oh, some mono white, I see. So I do have two main deck Furies. They've got an Anointed Peacekeeper, which is annoying. Okay. So now we can just actually play our Echoing Deeps as a land. And that will enable us to potentially produce mana in the future. No main deck Vigors to clean up these Moxen. We've got the second Bazaar rolled up anyway. They've got Chrome Mox. They're playing more spells. They're just going to plow my guy, maybe. Yeah, cool, fine. We're not exactly fine. We're really far behind, but they've only got one card left. So, yes, I'd like to do this. I'm just going to play a naked Echoing Deeps. I don't care about exiling the... I don't care about killing the Witch Enchanter here. I don't need to copy, that was just a meme. But this land does produce one on its own. So next turn we can activate our Bazaar and try and dig towards one of our two Furies. Hope that whatever they've got left in the tank isn't too devastating. They've got an Ancient Tomb. And then 4 mana is usually the Seasoned Dungeoneer, yeah. So we kind of need the Fury to peel off the top this turn. Otherwise, that Dungeoneer is going to run away with it. But even then, what am I supposed to kill, you know? Am I supposed to try and race the Dungeoneer? Like, even get to explore? They reveal Ancient Tombs. They've got Plains Ancient Tomb in hand. That's a Squee. We'll play Wasteland. We'll activate Bazaar. Force of Will Squeeze. None of this is very good. They're gonna forge up. They're gonna hit us for, 8, maybe +1. And then they're gonna trap us and kill us the following turn with an unkillable Dungeoneer in play. So that doesn't seem very good for us, does it? I probably can't attack my 1/1 into their 2 3-power creatures. I mean, it's cool that we even got to pretend to participate for a turn. Like, the ability to activate Bazaar. So that's a thing in favour of Echoing Deeps. We also used Echoing Deeps in round 1 as well, which was cool. So it's had a good showing so far. It's just whether losing these additional spells in the main deck is a big problem. They go onto the Anointed Peacekeeper for their Bazaar. To keep their Bazaar alive. We're going to take a trillion. Well, actually, I'm going to chump block whatever they don't protect with their Dungeoneer. They're going to strip mine our Bazaar, but we've got a second one rolled up. Well, they might not actually strip mine the Bazaar. No, that's funny. That's really cool. So we are probably going to lose this game. They're going to Oh, they get another wasteland. We can't block. Why couldn't I block there? What happened? Did I just click through blockers? Maybe I'm stupid. Okay, so we need to top deck something that I don't actually think is in our deck. Yeah, no, cool. Next game then. Okay, mono white initiative. I like more furies. I like subtlety. I like vigor. I don't like negation. I'm not a big fan of force of will. I like the look of the Echoing Deeps. I think that's cute. They don't really have any legends these days. They don't really play a Thalia. So it's just one force of will or one misstep's not usually that great. So I might just do 2 mind break traps to beat the cavern. They do have plow, but I don't think I'm gonna care enough about plow in a normal game. A lot of the time we're just making it so that they don't have creatures in play. And maybe not even permanents with our force of vigors and wastelands and stuff. So, but the universal adoption of Peacekeeper has made this matchup a bit more of a problem than it used to be. They used to play other things, but the Peacekeeper just locking down the Bazaar is a real problem. So, yeah. Okay, game 2 against Mono White. We've got a bit of a banger here, so we'll keep this. Definite hollow one. One issue we could run into here is if they reveal Chancellor and Leyline. They reveal neither. Perfect. So we can vigor their Chrome Mox with the trigger on the stack. We've got access to our graveyard for this Squee here. Do I want to... I probably don't want to put the lizard into play straight away because I don't have a green card. So I'm just going to go with the hollow one and the Squee into the yard. Hold Fury, obviously, that being our best card and stuff. But this is one of those ones where we might be able to nuke their Moxen, wasteland their white source, and then sweep up their creature, and then pass the turn, and they'll just have close to no permanents in play sort of thing. Doesn't look like that's the sort of draw they've got here. So 6 mana on turn 1, 7 mana on turn 1, must be nice. So Vigor in response to basically anything. A Vexing Bauble, that's horrible. So let's just kill their 2 Moxen. And now we're just on Wastelands and just finding enough Vengevines to get the job done. But they're going to be able to play 2 spells this turn, which is kind of brutal. Lotus goes for white. And they play a white plume. They just get to follow that up with another white plume. 2 cards left over. White plume gets a basic plains. Archon, okay. Right, creatures we can get through, but we're not close to getting through at the moment. There was a time back in the day where we used to run like a mountain or a forest or something to help our lizards get along a bit. Doesn't look like that's going to be enough here. Fury we can't cast because of Vexing Bauble, so... Or at least we can't resolve because of Vexing Bauble, right? We can use it towards a Vengevine. So we've got that rolled up now. Vengevine whenever we find one. I'm going to play the Wasteland out. Mainly because I thought it was going to come into play untapped. Do I want to get in for 4? Does that do anything? Or do I want to sit here and try and chump block? I can't block either of these creatures. One of them's a 5/5. And the other one's a flyer. So we just need to find Vengevines. We've got 2 Squees on the go. We've got 2 creatures rolled up to cast because of one of the Squees. Is that true? Really. Well, actually, I needed that to happen, didn't I? Because otherwise I can't reanimate Vengevines. Because I was just in a lock there, and neither of us noticed, which is funny. Yeah, because I was completely locked out of developing my board at all. Correct artwork on planes. So well done you. Containment Priest. Massive dagger. But they seem to be interested in protecting the initiative. Oh no, but the White Plume's going to tap itself. So I've gone from being locked out to having outs to being locked out again, I think. I don't know how to progress this game in any way. Do we have anything we can do against this? Echoing Deeps, can't copy anything. I could wasteland their ancient tomb. But they're never going to play a 5-color land for us, are they? Oh, they could play a chant, what's it called? Cavern of Souls. So let's activate again. There's a Vengevine. So Squee, Squee, Squee. Can all go. I might just play Echoing Deeps as a land. Does that do anything for me? It allows me to cycle Hollow One, but I need the creature. So let's just chill out, I guess. Hold do Echoing Deeps as fodder for the future as well to discard with. We're going to take 10 this turn, which is more than I'm interested in taking. Yeah, there's another game completely locked out from Bauble, which is a common experience with this deck. They trap us. I could really do with them just alpha striking with the Containment Priest. Cavern of Souls. But I'm just not going to have the time, am I? Or 5 mana to cast a Fury with. Name's Human. Just with 1. Sure. I could chump actually. I think I'm just dead though, aren't I? There's nothing I can do to get out of this because they're not attacking with their Containment Priest. Okay, fine. Right. Let's go somewhere else. Okay, round 3, rocking against Angus MTG, who has revealed themselves to be a cat. We're going to powder. And we've got a nice keep here to start with. This is one thing, isn't it? Yes, I've had Echoing Deeps and I've used it both matches so far, and this is the matchup I'm interested in having it. But I have been down on blue cards in 2 opening hands now as well. So that might be the cost. So Esper Lurrus, turn 1 Psychic Frog, 4 cards left over. Hopefully we can deploy a Vengevine and attack and see if they want to risk cards. Bang on time. So Squee. No, we can't do anything. Squee. Powder Vengevine will go. We'll cast a Hollow One anyway, because it's still a 4-power creature, which just might make their frog life a bit difficult. I will try and protect the Hollow One, I think. I play a Sapphire, which is fine. We've got 4 cards in hand. I've got an Echoing Deeps and a Noxious for their Wasteland. I said I'm going to try and protect this, so I think I will. That resolves. They've got a Wasteland, which is fine. 2 cards left in hand, so they can no longer attack. Or they can take to the skies, actually, can't they? Okay. I'm going to put my Bazaar on top before they draw another card. I've not got anything to do. So they're going to have 3 cards in hand when they pass, which is enough to keep their thing alive, but it would cost them their whole hand. And they've got no more plays. Second main. We draw a bazaar. We activate a bazaar. I don't know what to do. I don't like discarding the Echoing Deeps, but I'm gonna. This isn't two creatures, which is a big shame, so I'm wondering if I'm supposed to slow roll this a turn. But then they're gonna have so many cards in hand that we can never kill the frog. I'm gonna hold. If I get wasted, I get wasted and I die. They go up to 5 cards in hand. We go to 14. They found another plough, which is a problem. They found another strip mine, which is a massive problem. And they've got enough cards to protect from Fury. Okay. Let's Noxious the Bazaar. That just resolves. Let's see if we can get them to discard their hand. No, I don't like them discarding their hand because I need to resolve my Bazaar, don't I? So, okay. Just give them more cards, I guess. That was a fortunate top deck. So the reason I sequenced like that, though, that was really suspect sequencing. If they counter the Noxious, the frog dies. Because they only had 3 cards in hand. It's another frog. I'm not enamored with that. The Ancestral themselves, we're just getting pummeled. This is a big problem with this deck at the moment, so we're just flipping for a lizard here. If we don't find... I don't want to come off Fury. I don't really want to come off Deeps. I don't want to discard any of these cards other than Master of Death. I literally don't know the answer. Maybe I'm supposed to come off Fury. I'm not killing these frogs. Let's just see if we can race them from next turn. I'm going to hold the hollow one because I need to reanimate these Vengevines. I've got 2 of them. That's both my Furies as well. This is brutal. Yeah, I'm not sure. They found another wasteland. They found another time walk. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Alright. I like the subtleties against the frogs. I do like the Furies in the Lurrus matchup. I'm interested in Caracas because they're going to have Lavinia. I think I'm not interested in negations. I could be interested in Vigors. You could convince me that this is cool as well. But I'm not sure if it is. I think I can play through a Soul Guide Lantern. But I might need this for a Pithing Needle. I've not seen a Pithing Needle in weeks. I've got 4 Force of Wills for Pithing Needle. Maybe I'm just all over the place. Okay, game 2. I feel like I had everything I needed to work with there. Except for that Force of Will on turn 1. They've revealed a Lurrus, I've revealed a Bazaar. I'm going to keep this hand. And then I could just flip to see if I can discard this Wasteland or something, but I think I'm just going to go Bazaar Go. Get wasted, activate in response. Play Echoing Deeps tapped. Yeah. They've still got their Lurrus, so they don't have ley lines post board, which some of the Lurrus lists do. That's always something to, I guess, clarify with your opponent if you're playing in paper. is, do you have a Lurrus in game 2? Over to the opponent, they play a wasteland, they just pass. I'm going to activate in response. They're going to wasteland me, that's all fine. I'm going to discard the Fury, I don't need it. Discard a wasteland as well. And this could be a situation where Echoing Deeps is much, much worse than Petrified Field, in that I'm going to have to play a tapped Bazaar of Baghdad. Ah, I lied. I think I still will play a tapped Bazaar of Baghdad, though. Is that true? No, I think I can just flip the 2 cards here that I draw. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so we'll just come off of our land interaction. Keep Force of Will. Cast a Hollow One. Two Squees on the go as well. Cast another Hollow One. Hope we don't get tabbed. And if we do, we do. But we will have 2 Squees and they would not have wasted my Bazaar. So, pros and cons, you know? Again, Tabernacle and Needle are cards I haven't seen in a while. This is just a Scolding Tarn from the opponent. Do I want a second Bazaar? Or do I want a Wasteland? Or do I want to delay my thoughts for a moment? I'm going to activate this. That's a given, that's for sure. So that's another Bazaar of Baghdad. So we can play Echoing Deeps in advance as a strip mine. And now, if they tabernacle us, we can just pay 1 with our strip mine. But if they don't tabernacle us this turn, then we can defeat a tab. So that's quite cool. No fetch, no ancestral, no nothing, no good cards over there. I'll force this frog. It's a Bowmaster, sure. I'll also force this Bowmaster. Pitching a Master of Death. That's fine, I think. They Force of Will, they pitch Lavinia. They ping me, they get some creatures. We get our cards back, which means we've got Subtlety up next turn for the follow-up. And if we don't activate Bazaar, then we're cruising. That's another Squee. I don't feel like strip mining until I know what's going on. In we go. Big pressure. They're just going to take 4 and block with this guy. So we could actually activate here, couldn't we? I think I will. Vengevine, Squee. Interesting. And then they get a 2-2. That's fine. And we get domed for 2. But we've got a Subtlety. I don't know why my screen keeps expanding like that. It's very strange. I'm on a different setup today. So I'm not at home. So we'll see how it comes out. They've got a wasteland for our Bazaar. I've got another Bazaar. They do waste the Bazaar. They attack with a Bowmaster, which is very interesting. So maybe I want to strip mine your C here. You've played a land. I'll strip mine your C here, because if your blocker is a frog, then you're fucked. It's a Containment Priest. Let's Subtlety the Containment Priest. Maybe I'm supposed to go after the Tundra. This is just that thing of like your opponent moves to combat and you bolt the Llanowar Elf that they didn't attack with. and feel smart about it. So we win. Nice top deck. Let's play the Bazaar first, just in case we feel the need to go digging, although I can't imagine they've got anything here. So 1 on this guy, 3 on this guy, and they've conceded. Cool. Anything else we want to do? Or are we happy where we are? We could consider dropping Chalice and adding a negation. The Chalice isn't very good on the draw. Or would I actually want a Vigor instead? 1 Vigor. All the lands. 4 Furies might be too many Furies, but I think it's acceptable. Let's try this. Don't have Chalice because it doesn't do anything on the draw, and then have access to at least 1 Vigor anyway. Okay then, so game 3, we're going to take a mulligan. I'm going to take a powder. We'll get rid of it. We'll keep Caracas in the deck. Everything else is redundant. Caracas is a 1-of. Powder this. Keep this. Over to the opponent then. They kept 7. Let's hope they don't have such a good start as they did in game 1. Where do we stand on just binking that little wasteland? Just wasteland you. I'm really into it actually. No ancestral, just holding up a plough on turn 1 for my hollow one. They play polluted delta. I've got so many bazaars, I don't know what to do with them all. I've got a strip mine. Do I want a bazaar? Or do I want to... Yeah, no, I think I do want a bazaar. Or I could just play a strip mine. Or I could play an Echoing Deeps as a wasteland. I don't like any of my discards, so I think I'm going to... No, because they can just frog me, can't they? So I'm going to play a bazaar. See if I can find some spells to work with. I can't. So let's discard these 2 and then 1 of the Echoing Deeps. We'll get a hollow one ploughed, and then that can give us a Tundra to waste next turn. And we've got something at least annoying in the way of in front of that frog. No plough, so that's interesting. Tundra Go is a weird start. So I guess they're just holding a bunch of frogs. And we got 2 squeeze off that activation, which was just ridiculous. So if they just go land, oh, so they've got Tabernacle. Cool. Okay, that's fine. I don't think we care about Tabernacle just yet. Yeah, my hollow one's dead and stuff, but you know, this means I get to deploy a strip mine, which means their delta's dead. So I won't pay for hollow one. I did stack those technically in the wrong order, but that's fine. Doesn't matter into this board state. We've got so many wastelands here that we should be good. I'll still activate and look at discarding Squee. So Squee, Vengevine, maybe the Bazaar? No, the tap Bazaars are worse. So let's discard an Echoing Deeps, hold up Subtlety, play a strip mine, and pass the turn. Well, I could actually animate Vengevine right now, couldn't I? Yeah, maybe I should do that. Just come off my cards. Cast Hollow One. They've cast Force of Will, pitching Psychic Frog, which I do like. So I'm going to Subtlety in response. Target my Hollow One. I would like to use Vengevine's ability. I'm going to put this on top of my deck. Top, please. And then we'll pass to them with a 4-3 and a strip mine. I've got a Squee in my graveyard. I've got Echoing Deeps to come in and try and clean up some lands with. It's funny that I've gone from, you know, we're always no permanents in play to suddenly I'm flooded. I don't have enough time to make all these land drops, you know. They've got a wasteland for my Bazaar. I've got another Bazaar. I'm going to strip the Tabernacle. And then I'm going to untap, draw Squee, draw Hollow One, deploy a Bazaar. I'm really interested in holding the Echoing Deeps this time. Discard Fury. I think that's fine. Cast Hollow One. Get another Force of Will, pitching Lavinia out of our opponent. So just like fucking dream, really, I think. In for 4 we go. They go to 10. Like, yeah, Bowman just like completely blows open our whole game and we are suddenly really far behind, but hopefully they miss a land drop. Absolutely not. Oh, it looks like they're going for a frog or something here. Or is it just a dig through time? A psychic frog with 1 card in hand. So I can pick up Squee. I can top deck Fury. Oh, and a Master of Death as well. Yep. Okay, so we are cruising. Noxious Revival, so I can just pick up Fury. Activate Bazaar. This means we're coming off of our Echoing Deeps. Kill the frog. They've only got 1 card in hand, that's why that works. In for 4, you go to 5. Hanging on by a fucking thread at the moment. They're on 1 card. 2 cards after their draw step. They've also got Lurrus, but only 2 lands in play. Bowmaster, which I'm just going to have to try and beat down through, I think. I don't think I've got the luxury to be activating now that I've come off so many cards to fight through their stuff. Mental Misstep could be good. Let's attack. Mental Misstep's going to be a Plow. It's going to be an Ancestral. They could obviously still have Spell Pierce and stuff. But next turn they're on chump blocks with the Bowman, which means we're getting an activation in. I do want to beat the Plow. They've got 1 card in hand. So now the Bowmaster's dead. And we get a clean activation with 2 cards in hand. Unless they're holding like Dismember, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of. So let's attack first. See if they chump block this turn or next turn. And they're taking it next turn. They're just holding another Plow. But we are also drawing cards, and we've drawn Relevant and Relevant, so that's good. That's just a cruise. Kill me. It's not a cruise, it's Lavinia. Okay. One of you guys are chump blocking though. I don't care who. Bowman gets in. Lavinia on chump blocks. So back to us. Bazaar of Baghdad. Attack for 4. Lavinia's dead. I don't really want to activate into this just yet. We might want to next turn. Depends on what they come up with. Wasteland, okay. Containment Priest is fine. They're going to wasteland my Bazaar, but I'm not using it. They might actually just try and... no, they are going to go for that. That's fine. Because next turn I can still draw a card, and if it's not red, activate into red. Oh, they're not attacking with anyone. Lizard. They're just going to try and trade off the 2 creatures for the Vengevine. I'm holding another Bazaar. Maybe they don't know about that. Bowman gets in. Priest gets in. We are gaming. Play a Bazaar of Baghdad. Activate a Bazaar. These are all of my lizards. Actually, I'm going to hold the red one. I get a Vengevine back. Your next creature is dead. you need to draw a tabernacle, but there's already one in your graveyard, which sounds really tough. Or you find an answer to my 3 lethal threats. Maybe that's stupid timing on my part, but bowman ain't it, sir. Because I'm holding a fury. Yep. Wow. So some fortuitous draws along the way, but we did beat Esper Lurrus with Squee. Who knew that this could happen? Okie dokie, round 4 then up against Asake's 109. Pretty pleased with that last one, if I'm honest with you. Just want to point out again, Force of Will and Echoing Deeps, no blue card. Would it be a blue card though? No, it would be a Vigor, wouldn't it? It would be a Vigor or a Trap. Yeah, because I'm on no traps in the main, right? So yeah, a Vigor or a Trap, likely a Trap with the way the metagame is at the moment. We don't need the Vigors. We're going to keep this hand though. Pretty pleased with that last one though. I know I got fortunate on the way through. I don't know how many of these Echoing Deeps I used. I don't know if I've done this before on camera. But it's something I've thought about in the past. It's like, what if we just maxed out on the Bazaar rebuys, you know? No Lurrus, by the way. It just... Yeah. The moment you get wastelanded, you suddenly have 4 more Bazaar Baghdad's in your deck. I don't know if we used them last game, I can't remember. Verdant makes me think Bug, which makes me think we're dead. Deathrite Shaman, okay. And a Lotus. Okay, so this could be a Hull Breacher, which would be miserable. Vengevine. Ah, fuck. Play a Bazaar. When do we want to activate? Now, then, later. I guess we just go now. We just got through. Sure, so we'll discard Vengevine, Vengevine. Is it just Echoing Deeps again? What's this Deathrite gonna do? Do I play this hollow one? I guess I do. What are they holding Lotus out for then? Maybe just to see if I activate. Maybe just to bluff the whole Breacher. So yeah, our blue count might be questionable now. I don't know what it is. I'm going to check in a minute. What have we got? 4 of these, 4 negations, 4 subtleties, 4 masters. So we're back down to and a misstep, so 16, 17. So they do have a green source here. I wonder if this is just a... It's an immediate fetch, so they're just immediately eating before I can do anything. Bunch of power, brainstorm, sure. Fetch, then brainstorm. Let it be noted. But they've clearly got 87 plays to make, right? Because otherwise there's no chance they crack Lotus. I'm still not sure about the fetch though. But there's a Psychic Frog. I think they're just going to play all their cards. Maybe this is Oko. But then... So if they play one more card and it doesn't draw them cards, our Fury is live. To kill the frog. And then we're just a lizard away from great things. Besage my Bazaar of Baghdad. That's fine. I will shuffle my deck. Oh, I could have looked at what I have. Never mind. Right, so my Vengevine's live. My Echoing Deeps is gone. I've got a second Bazaar. They've got 2 cards in hand, so we really want to find a red card this turn. Like red and blue would be sick. That's a red card, so let's play Bazaar. And I am going to activate again beforehand, because this lizard is also 2 Vengevines. I didn't find that. I'm just going to come off the lands again, I think. And the Force of Will. I'm really not interested in this Deathrite untapping. So I think I want to Fury. I'm going to come off the Force of Will. I am going to cast the Fury. Regretfully. And I'm going to kill the Deathrite and 2 on the Frog. They just conceded. Wild. I'll take it. No idea what that's about. I thought I was so dead. Caracas is going to be for Leovold. Force of Vigors are going to come in for ley lines. I'm going to do what I did last time against the other deck. So that's that. Now just, yeah, Chalice out. Keep a Force of Will. Misstep out. Keep a Force of Will. Sure. That was a concession. More of the concessions that we've seen today. I'm really not sure about that concession though. Like, you discard 1 card, you have a Psychic Frog. I have a hollow one. You're drawing towards... Or maybe they just think I'm killing the frog and they think they're dead. I don't know. What do they have in hand? Just 2 lands and their brainstorm locked? With 2 more lands? I don't know. That was cool. Right, I'll go straight back down. Game 2 against Bug then. And I'm going to mulligan. I'm going to keep this. So yeah, I think these deeps are cool. I think these deeps are also fucking up with our coloured counts a bit, which makes sense, right? When you add 4 colourless cards to your deck. What do we put on the bottom here? Maybe it's just the deeps itself. No, because the deeps is a second bazaar. But so's the Noxious Revival. I'm going to keep the deeps. We're here to play it. Looks like we're getting ley-lined. It's part of the tough game 2s against Bug. Oh no, they're on 4 cards. Probably good for us. I mean, it means they're going to more likely have a ley line, right? But I think if you're willing to go to 4 cards for ley line, you should be sideboarding in 4 powders as well. That's going to be my point of view. So Echoing Deep's now a lot worse than Wasteland, right? They've got 1 card in hand. So we're going to top deck Force of Vigor. We didn't. We did hit some lizards though, so I am just going to deploy everything. Don't need Echoing Deeps. Don't need Master of Death. Probably don't need Vengevine. I just discarded all those cards and none of them. I've got 2 lizards in my fucking hand. What an absolute clown. What am I doing? Well, this was questionable, if I'm honest with you. I hate everything. Verdant Catacombs. Fetches immediately. Oh, we kind of lost the plot a bit here. Deary me. Why are there lizards in my hand? Right, Bazaar off the top. Top right Bazaar of Baghdad. It's a Fury. Perfect. Rescued. That's why I held the lizards, you know, because I'm going to draw 2 Furies. Kind of obvious, if you ask me. Just obvious stuff. Alright, I don't believe in Tabernacle. I do not worship there. For you. I think blind draws from them are better than giving them lands for now. But that will change later. Noxious. And then hopefully they miss a land drop. And they concede the match. Hilarious. Hilarious. They conceded game 1 when I didn't think we'd won, and then we punted game 2 straight into the top deck kill. And we beat Bug. What a weird league. Okay, round 5, we're up against Picaretta. We've got a mulligan. We've got some bazaars. We're on the play. Probably going to put the deeps back, if I'm honest with you all. And then we'll be discarding the 2 that we draw, and the Squee, casting a hollow one. Unlikely to change, I think. It's tough to think of something that's going to change too much other than Force of Will itself. Maybe subtlety, so we've got, variation in our permission. But yeah, passing the turn with a hollow one into play 2 blue cards and a backup. Bazaar seems to be where we want to be. They reveal a chance of the annex, which is piss annoying actually. Okay. Okay. Show me the lizards. I would like a lizard. Fury. So we could go Squee, Force Negation. Noxious Revival my Force of Negation, cast a hollow one. I think I'm going to do that. So when I said I can't see that changing, I can see actually the entire game plan changing. So, and then we can clean up what they put down with our Fury next turn, flip a bunch of Bazaars, and go from there. Because whilst Chance of the Annex can mean oops all spells, it's more likely to mean mono white initiative, so we should play for that rather than the oops. That's a strip mine, that's fine, I've got another Bazaar. Chrome Mox. Exiles the Chancellor that they've revealed. Solitude, pitching Stillmoon Cavalier. Okay. Have you got an Ephemerate as well? Is that why we've played out the Chrome Mox? No, I get my Squee back. And Noxious Revival. I'm going to play a Bazaar. No, I think I'll pass the turn. I'm not sure. Cavern of Souls is fine. Name's Cleric. So I'm just going to end step flip. Because I don't want to come off any of... For fuck's sake. I don't want to come off any of this, is what I was about to say. Sure. We'll keep the Bazaar. So what does Cleric mean? Cleric means that they've got a white plume or the other one, the Peacekeeper. The Peacekeeper's going to be like locked into naming Fury more than likely. Or they've just got a Containment Priest as well. So that lets us activate here quite comfortably. And I'm interested in drawing Wasteland now. That was cool. The deck's done at that to us a lot today, though, hasn't it? Where it's been like, what is this exact thing that you need? It's like, well, thanks. Okay, fire truck wins. Oh, we're getting some proper vintage concessions today. This is fantastic. So, Furies, Vigors, Caracas for Legends, Subtlety. Sorry, that wasn't perfect use of English. Force of Wills will go, Fury will come back, 3 Mind Break Traps. This, oh no, I can't do 3 Mind Break Traps. What legends am I scared of? Thalia and Boromir? I'm not a believer. 2 traps then. That might change on the play. What other legends do they play? I don't think they do. Thalia and Boromir, that's it, right? This is a powder. I've been impressed with the deeps, except for the fact that they've interrupted our colours a lot. And I know we've played them before on the channel, but, you know, we'll keep this, we'll bottom a Vigor. They've got a Leyline of the Void, that's fine. We can... Oh, I don't need to bottom anything. Oh, busted. So, Chrome Mox will just bink in response. Oh, it's just nothing. Just... Your opening hand is dreadful. Is that true? Well, put that in the graveyard for me. And... Bazaar. We'll probably discard the Vigor, I guess, at that point. I'm not sure. They might just be holding Tabernacle. No, I think I want the lands and the ways to get back lands. So we'll cast a Root Waller. We'll cast a Hollow One. If we get Tabernacled, then my creatures will be dead. And that's that. If we get Wastelanded, then I've got an Echoing Deeps to play. And where my hand's quite, I don't know, precious is the wrong word. Oh no, we just won the match. Hilarious. But where my hand here is quite delicate, right? It's I want the Wasteland to beat Tabernacle and stuff, and I want the Noxious to get back my Bazaar and probably future Bazaars against their strip mines. My plan was if they strip me, I play Echoing Deeps, I copy my Bazaar, I've just got tap Bazaar. I'm not too attached to activating next turn. Obviously that can change, but what a weird league, 'cause we were like proper Bazaar flooded for a lot of it. And that did help us grind out Esper Lurrus and Bug. But if we look at the list, I think there's some things that are good and some things that are bad. I like the main deck Furies. I'm not sure how we want our permission suite built. Chalice looks great when it's in play and questionable all the other times. So you might even be able to do like they've been doing in the dredge lists these days. Dropping a Chalice, playing a Subtlety or a Mindbreak Trap in the main. But yeah, no. Cool league. 4-1's always good with Squee. Doesn't come up all the time. But maybe we'll play a bit of Squee going forwards if we can, and see if we can continue to replicate that result against Esper Lurrus and maintain 4 Echoing Deeps. That might be cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. See yous again.